Hi everyone. Today I'll be introducing you guys to VLAN tracking. This is actually used to separate departments such that a specific department does not communicate with another department. It's actually used for segmenting departments. Uh, so what we're going to do today is actually to use a switch and a couple of pieces to get this right. So what you do right now is just to select your devices. So right now I'll select my switch. So let's say picking up this switch right here. I'm going to pick up some devices, some pieces. Let's use this right here and this. This is PC0, PC1, PC2, and PC3. So I could actually move this right here. Okay, so I'm going to pick on this device to create like a VLAN circle. I'll also do the same for these devices right here. Okay, good. So what we also need is to create connections between these devices. So you pick up your connection cable. Because this is two different devices, we're going to use a straight through in connecting the devices of the switch. So I'm going to connect this to the fast Ethernet 0. I'm going to put this on the fast 01 on the switch. I'll pick up the cable as well and do for PC1. Make the connection on port 2. I do for this. Okay, fast 0.3. I do for this. So this is a fast Ethernet 0/4. Okay, cool. So what next we need to do is actually to assign IP addresses to these pieces. So let's give this department a name. Let's say this is a sales department. Let's say this is sales, and let's give this department a name as well. Let's call this let's say procurement. Okay, cool. So we now have this. So we could actually have the IP addresses. So I'm not going to do this right now. So now I'm just going to give an IP address. You go to desktop, you go to IP config. We want to do a static IP configuration. So you give it 192.168. Let's say .1.2. That's my first PC. This is the default subnet max, and I'm going to give this a default gateway 168.1.1. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this because I'm going to need more. Okay, that's for the PC 0. I'm going to do for PC 1. Go to desktop, you go to this. This system is going to be 1.1.3. Subnet max, the same default gateway, got the same network. So that's for this sales department. I go to the procurement department. This one will have a different IP address entirely because they're on different network. So you have 192.168, let's say .2.2, give it subnet max, and the default gateway as a .2.1. Okay, so let's see this desktop. Let's say this is going to be .2.168.2.3. .1, same default gateway. So that done, you could actually remind yourself of the default gateway you have right 192.168.1.1, and on this side your default gateway is 192.168.2.1, and also you could actually give these PCs the IP addresses. So remember 192.168.1.2. So this is the IP address right here. You could do the same for this one right here. 192.168.2.1.3. Okay. So remember which system has a specific IP address. So let's say 192.168.2.2 here. And for this last one here is 192, sorry, the 168.2.3. Okay, cool. So right now what is next is actually to configure our switch. You see right here, when you click on it, you go to CLI. Let's expand this a little bit to see what's really going on. So on this switch right here, you click on. Now you can see what is saying right here. Fast Ethernet 04, 03, 02, all the links are up already. So it's having this command where it says no shutdown. So now I need to enable the switch. So enable, I need to go to config mode. Before that, let me do show run to see which ports we choose. So we have all our ports from 0 up to 24, fast giganet ports, and you see the default VLAN we have right here is VLAN 1. We also have so what we need to do is actually to go into the configuration mode. So we have COFT. Now I'm into the configuration mode. The first thing I need to do is to create my VLAN. Let's call this VLAN 10. Under the sales department, we call it VLAN 10. We'll give it a name and we call it sales. Okay, so let me exit from that and go to the second VLAN. Let's say VLAN 20. I give it a name. The name is procurement. Okay, so that's the name. I exit this VLAN. So the next is actually to assign the ports, the fast Ethernet ports to this VLAN. So let's go to the first port, which is fast Ethernet 0/1. Yeah. So I'm into this port. You say switch port access. You need to access VLAN 10, right? So that is it right now. You exit this port. You go to int fast Ethernet 0/2. I could actually do a range for that as well. But let's do switch port access VLAN 10, sorry for that. So you exit as well. So you could actually do for the second one we have VLAN 20. So let's see int fast Ethernet 0/3. Right, you want to access VLAN 20. So you say switch port access VLAN 20. You exit this. Same thing goes for int fast Ethernet 0/4 switch port access VLAN 20. So you exit this port as well, right? So what you need to do is to save whatever you've done so far. So you could actually exit this part. So you do copy running config startup config. So we're trying to save this. Save. Okay. So what we can do right now is to actually do our show run and see what happens. Right, you see that the fast Ethernet 01 has been assigned to VLAN 10, and same thing goes for fast Ethernet 02 has been assigned to VLAN 10 as well. So these two systems will communicate together because they are on the same VLAN. Fast Ethernet 03 and 04 will actually communicate with each other because they are on the same VLAN now 20. So that is the basic configuration. So what you need to do is actually to test and see what you've done so far. So what I will do right now is actually to exit this. Okay, so that's it. So I can actually close this configuration and see what happens. So what you can do is go to your simulation mode, your real simulation mode, and go to edit filters right here, and let's edit what command you really want to do. So I just want to ping on this command, so you uncheck this command, and let's just ping these devices and see what's really going on there. Okay, so what we're going to do right now is between the same network. Okay, so what we're trying to achieve right here is actually to ping these devices. These two devices are trying to communicate with each other from this PC0 and PC1. So right here you see they're trying to make a connection on this part, and the packets come down there, and you have a connectivity. On this part, there's an STP packet, which we're not actually working on with right now. We'll also try to send the packet from this part, from the part of the network, from the sales department, and we'll try to ping a system on the other department, which is, let's say, PC3, for instance. So we drop a packet right here, and we want to see if we get a communication going to PC3. Okay, so that said, I'm going to play and see what happens. Never mind about the STP packets, it's a different one entirely. You see that packet right here is being failed because we're trying to communicate with packets on a different network, and that's why we're not going to get the green arrow to show that our packet actually went through. So that's the purpose of this tutorial. The purpose is actually to let you know if you segment your network using VLAN, systems on the same network in the same department will communicate with each other, and systems in procurement will not know what is really happening in the sales department, even despite the fact that everybody is connected to the same switch. Thank you for this tutorial. Tune in more for more tutorials. Thank you.